When you're trying to learn a new note on the saxophone, sometimes you'll find that it just doesn't sound right when you try to play it. Maybe you're squeaking, or maybe your sound is just kind of strange, or maybe there's no sound coming out at all. So if that happens to you, here are 4 things to check to make sure that your note comes out correctly. First, check your saxophone to make sure it's put together properly, especially up here where the reed and the mouthpiece come together. Make sure that your ligature and your reed are placed properly on the mouthpiece, and the reed should be just even with the tip of the mouthpiece. Next, check your holding position. Make sure your left hand is on top, your right hand is on the bottom. We have our C-shaped hands, like this on the saxophone. Check your neck strap is adjusted correctly so the mouthpiece comes right to your mouth when you hold the saxophone. Next, check your fingers. Make sure your fingers are pressing down the correct keys for the note that you want to play, and that your other fingers are not accidentally hitting side keys. A common problem with beginner saxophone players is you have to watch the sides of your hands. Make sure they're not pressing these side keys here or here. If you accidentally hit any of these side keys, your note won't sound right. So this is where we have to remember our C-shaped Lego hands. The 4th step to check is make sure you're making the correct band face or embouchure, and we learned all about this in a previous lesson. But a quick review: make sure your bottom lip is over your bottom teeth, your top teeth are directly on top of the mouthpiece, and we're making a firm O shape with our lips. If your note sounds loud and squawky like this, it means you have the mouthpiece too far in your mouth. You should try taking the mouthpiece a little bit out, and your sound will be smoother and nicer. If your note sounds kind of quiet or choked off, or maybe there's no sound coming out at all, that means that the mouthpiece is not far enough in your mouth, like this. Because you don't have enough mouthpiece in your mouth, your lips are actually closing the reed and no air can get through. So try putting the mouthpiece a little bit further in your mouth.